We're going to take a look at your mock draft for the Orange and Brown report. And you have the Browns actually trading back. So the Browns received the 7th overall pick, the 5th round pick from the Jets, and the 2026 first round pick from the New York Jets in exchange for the 2nd overall pick and 2 6th round picks, 181, 257. Then you have Browns going wide receiver, McMillan from Arizona, an edge rusher at 2, Mason Taylor at 3, and Will Howard in the 3rd round. And then you also have a couple of running backs, Sampson and Devin Neal. So take us through what you like about McMillan, what you think they get in him.
Oh, first off, I view mock drafts as thought exercises and just given different scenarios. And then this came on the heels of the Jets saying they're not coming back with Aaron Rodgers. So it's like, okay, maybe they trade up, and this lands you back in 7. What's available at 7? Someone I view as a franchise type wide receiver. And it's not just drafting a wide receiver for the sake of wide receiver. It's something you don't currently have in your room. Huge frame, crazy catch radius. He is such a fluid mover. Now, he's not twitchy, so he's not going to test out of this world. But when you watch him in his routes, he has no business moving as well as he does for someone of his size. And he just gives you a different element and someone that you can use in a variety of ways to get open and really be a threat in the red zone and be someone you can lean on as far as having that big body, that big presence on the outside that demands coverage. So I feel like that you get someone right there that could be a 7-year wide receiver 1 in this league. So for me, getting him at 7, it's tremendous value.
I know you got an edge rusher too. Let's talk about the tight end. Let's stay on the offensive side of the ball. Tight end, what do you like about Mason Taylor from LSU?
He's a 50-50 tight end. He lines up on end line as much as he does anywhere, a split or as an H-back. Son of a Hall of Famer in Jason Taylor. You can take that aside, call him John Doe. Just look at his skill set. Tremendous hands, great catch radius. He's someone who understands spatial awareness and how to really get open and expose zones. Quarterback's best friend type guy. And he's someone that I believe, any receiver, any tight end who comes into the league was pretty much tasked with being a receiver in college. It's going to take him a while to get the blocking aspects. He's more than willing. He has the frame, 6'4" and change, 250. And he's someone that I believe that if you wanted to have a succession plan for David Njoku, Mason Taylor offers you that. And 2-3 years down the line could be your starting tight end 1 and be a 11 personnel inline type guy.
So you got Will Howard in the 4th round. I'm assuming that the Browns are able to do something with Kirk Cousins or said veteran to do that. What do you like about Howard, and what do you see developmentally potentially from him?
Well, you start with his frame. You're looking at it, that's a huge man. That is someone who fits the AFC North prototypical size, stature. He doesn't lack arm strength. It's not his calling card. But he understands leverage. He understands pre-snap to post-snap recognition. He processes quickly. For me, that's the most important thing. If you're looking at someone that you're going to develop, you're not relying on Will Howard to come in and be your starter day 1, but he understands the progressions. He's been in multiple systems. Chip Kelly didn't take it easy on him as the season went along. He kept throwing him more, and he was able to take it. And you saw what it looked like by the end of the season. He was in full command of that offense. He brings a very good skill set for someone who I think is going to be available at the end of round 3, beginning of round 4. Whereas before the playoff run, you probably could have got him for a 5th round pick, 6th round pick. He rose his profile significantly. We'll see how he looks at the combine. I want to see him throw 15, 20-yard outs and see what kind of zip he puts on it. And hopefully he gets put in some positions where you're getting to see his arm get tested in ways that it wasn't in Ohio State's offense, because he's going to look good at his pro day. Look at the guys he's going to be thrown to. That's going to look good. I want to see him uncomfortable with guys he doesn't know and see what that looks like at the combine.
All right, before I let you go, the 2 running backs, Sampson and Neal, that you have going to the Browns, what do they fill? What do you see from both of them?
Sampson, the first thing is this explosivity. He has true breakaway speed. I'm not going to be shocked if he runs into 4.3s. But Tennessee's offense is they pretty much hold your hand. He's not tasked with doing a lot, so we're going to need to see him expand. But the physical skills are there. Devin Neal is a more nuanced runner. He is someone that I've never seen a running back run with his style, where he weaponized deceleration and he gets people to overcommit, and so he'll slow down and he'll cut back at the right precise time. So it's vision, it's balance, contact balance, and he can explode. He's not a guy who has breakaway speed. He's a guy, so there's not going to be a lot of 40, 50-yard touchdown runs. He's going to get a lot of 20-yard chunk runs, though, just because of his vision and the way he can get defenses to overcommit, and he just knows when to hit that cutback lane. If you think about the wide zone, Neal, someone I'd be very excited about snagging later in the draft.